Well, hello and welcome back. We're continuing our journey of converting an application from Apache Tomcat and Java Server Pages to Spring Boot and Bootstrap 5 and modernizing. One of the things we did last time, we were starting into a sort of a series of stuff where we are looking at how to tweak our design, make our look a little better using style sheets. Now, one of the things we've talked about is we've got odd and even rows. But before, we had a way to know which row we were on visually. Another thing we're going to look at this time around is this thing right here, is that we've got this, hopefully we've got these set up right. I'm going to go look at those. Yes, we have these labels. So we're going to go in and we're going to tweak our label a little bit. So the two things we're going to mess with this time is we've got odd and even, and we're also going to do a label. Now, a label, if you remember last time, dot even and dot odd, because those are style names, and label is because it's an actual thing that you have on the some actual tag. So we're going to take our, we're going to go here. Let's just do font size. Let's do font size adjust. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's do, we could do font weight. Let's do bold. And let's do font size. And I think we can just do plus, let's see, I think we can do it in percentage. Oh, that's what we can do. Whoop. Is going to be 110%. I think if we do that, let's look at that for our labels. So for our even and odd, what we want to do is we're just going to take these and we're going to create a hover for that, because this is going to be when we select a row, essentially when we're mousing over a row. And that's actually pretty easy to do, because it's if you have sort of an action going on, it's just a colon and then the name of the action. And then if you want to do multiple things, so we're going to take our even and our odd, they're going to do the same thing. We can do dot odd, hover, and now this means whatever we do is it's going to be, when we hover, whether it's even or odd, we're going to have this effect. So what we want to do is let's take a couple of things we're going to do with this. First, we're going to turn it bold with the text. So it makes it a little more visible, hopefully not too much. And let's change, to make it nice and easy, let's make the background color a dark, because normally, let's see if we look at even and odd, we've got this really dark one. So let's make it even darker. So let's go down to like a, let's make it 777. So that's nice and dark. And our color, we're going to actually, how much do we want to, let's brighten this up a ton. And so we're going to add, let's see, C, D, E, we're going to add 4. Let's add 4 to that. So that's going to be AA, let's see, A, B, C, D, 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 F, F. And so that's going to be super bright, probably more than we want, but let's go play around with that. So now we've got, with our hovers, we should be able to see a selection, and we're going to tweak our labels. And that should make a difference actually in a lot of places, because I think we use labels all over the place. So we're going to see our forms change and everything else. Let's see. Let's get out of this. Whoop. Let's get this so we can actually see. And if we come in here, I don't think we have any labels there yet. So now you see, now you can once again see what you've selected. And it's not super different, even though it's bold. It actually sort of works sort of nice. You can see here that our labels here, those are labels, those have changed. And so we've got this black text. I think what we want to do is let's change our labels. So let's just pick one here. And here you can see those labels everywhere. So let's tweak this a little bit more. First, let's take this field set and let's drop that down about another notch. And let's take our labels. We're going to change them to like a really dark blue. So let's just to give ourselves some sort of branding kind of stuff. So we're going to do that for our color. That font size looks pretty good, so we're going to keep that, but our color, we're going to go back to Let's drop that 2 more. Let's try 114477. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's sort of dark. Let's see how that looks in that. And then we want to go to our field set. Oh, that's our label. There we go. Okay, I just couldn't find it. And let's take that background color and we're going to lighten it up one more. So it's going to be F4, F6, F9. F4, F6, F9. And let's see what that looks like. Now it's going to be different, so it should still be distinct from this sort of bluish color we've got in the background. No, we're still going to have to deal with our menu at some point, but we will come back to that. So let's see. And we probably want to change some of these. We're going to have a couple of these things we're going to change around. So let's start with, yeah, we're just going to start with that. Let's clean this one up first. Let's get a couple of these things cleaned up. Okay. Like I said, this is one of those things that it can take a while. So let's go ahead, because there's a lot of ways that we can customize our look and feel. And we're just like scratching the surface in a sense. So if we come in here, now we see, I think our field sets are a little different. You can see that they're not super light, or did I not do it? Let's see. Now you can see, yeah, see the text here, we changed that up. If we go to a project, we tweak that a little bit. Oh, those aren't labels. So we can see that we probably didn't do those right. Yeah, see, those should be labels. So that's something where we made a mistake when we do our current projects. Let's go look at that. Let's fix that real quick. Projects, and let's see, current projects, name, filter. Okay, so we want those to be a label. And let's do this. And we'll create all of those, make those labels like they should be. And then let's take a look at our table. Let's see if we just add it. Whoa, there. Table responsive, and I think we want it to be a table as well. It seems like that's usually something it usually likes. So if we go to list, whoop, go here. Oh, let's go look at our field set. Do we get field set has that back? Oh, well, let's see. Let's go back here. So this is a field set, is it not? It is. There's a container, legend, form, field set. So field set does have its background color. If we change that, it doesn't. Oh, so it's getting overwritten somewhere. Probably the form. Form does not have it. Interesting. There's a row. So that's a field set. Let's change that to just like white. Whoop. There we go. Okay, so it was just not thin enough. So let's go to, let's change that background color. So now here's where we can just play with it. Let's change it to white smoke. There we go. So now we get something, that's not too bad. Let's do ghost white. No, white smoke, floral white. Some of these actually look pretty good. Let's try it with a blue. Let's see what we can get. What sort of blues can we get? If we get one that looks really nice. Alice is not bad. That's a little darker. And this all is going to come related to your specific tastes, of course. And of course, and also note that the background, the text, depending on what we're at, can look, be sort of annoying. So let's just keep it like that. We're going to go with this Alice blue for now. So that's in the field set. I'm not sure I want that. Let's go back to, let's go back to here. And our field set, let's like drop him instead, make him like probably 222. Nope, wrong way. EEE. So that's going to be somewhat grayish. That should probably be okay. Let's go check that real quick. If I go to my field set, let's see if EEE looks good. If I go here, background color is EEE. Let's do FE. Probably too much. Let's do FB. That's not too bad, and it does. It's enough that's distinct. So let's do FB. That will work. So we keep that. It gives us this. We can do anything that's here because these are all inputs. What we could do is we can change those backgrounds. So actually it's form control, so we can do it like that. Oh. Background color, let's just make it like, I don't know. There, so we can change our background color there, and we do not have it in, so it's saying form control. So we can take this whole thing, let's take this whole piece, whole piece, and let's see if we can take that, it doesn't want it. Okay, so this is just going to be .form-control. And let's tweak this a little bit. And so this is what we've got, basically. Did it go all the way to transition? Yes, it did. All the way to ease out. Okay. So let's change this around a little bit. Let's change our background color. Let's get it a little bit darker. So let's just go, let's tweak this a little bit. So we're going to do, let me go to our border radius. We're going to round these out a little bit. Let's do this. Does he have one? No. Maybe he does. Oh, he does have one. Okay. So he's got a little bit of one. If we look, we can see it. Okay. Let's just increase him up to 0.1. Let's make our border. Let's use our dark blue. And what you're usually going to find is you should have within any design, you should have sort of a, let's see, what did I miss? So he should be 114477. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be a set. You should have sort of a theme of colors. You probably only have certain colors you're going to use on a regular basis. So now if that's my background, let's make that my color as well. That's going to be my text color. And maybe we're going to go one deeper. So if we go 003366, that's like a nice dark color for our text. And we want our background color to like pop a little bit. So let's make it a little bit darker. I think we were doing like an E. Let's do a DDD. So it's like a little bit darker. What we could do is we could add a little bit of a blue to it. So we could probably go red, green, blue. So if you go like 004, but if you go 00E, Yeah, that's like a lot of blue. But now if we wash that out with like, let's do FFE. Let's do CCE. Now we're starting to get something that's a little more, let's do DDE. And let's do EEF. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. So you've got like a little bit different. You've got a little bit something to do that. We can also do border color. If you do this like 3D face, so that's what we got with some of our pieces here. So we could actually do something where we can actually change our sort of how that looks in general. So we can play around with its appearance. Let's see, how do we want to do this? So if we do the, yeah. See if it'll give us one that is, let's see, that's a style. Let's see if we change our border to, whoop. I think I can do inset, yeah. I think that'll work. So this is where it takes a little bit of playing around, and you just go find some stuff that looks good and then look at how they did it, like I'm down here where you just sort of view the source. So now, yeah, see, now we're seeing like the border's different. When you enter into it, we've got a little bit of color. We've got that's a little color. We're starting to see some of these already. So if we go in here, let's see how that looks. Ooh, that is not quite what we want, but we can see now that our inputs have got a lot more character to them. So let's go to the background color. That was what, EEF. Let's do, let's try EEE. No, that's going to be too much. Let's try EED. Oh, let's try this. Oops. Let's do that. Instead of EEF, let's do, let's try F7, F7, oh, 7F, F. Let's drop that to about a 2. Because those were E's. Let's do F0. Let's do EA. A, there we go. Let's try that one. That may be, whoop. So if we go over here, let's just look at that real quick. So if we change that to, and note once we're in it, we are getting something that's a little different. So we probably need to change that. Hashtag EAEAFF. Is that what we had? That's actually still a little bright when you look at it that way. So let's go ED. Let's try EE. No, it's still too much. Let's try F3. FA. There we go. So we're going to do FA, FF. So that gives us something that's not too bad. So FA, FF. So it gives us our background color. And one of the things we want to look at is here. So when you're in here, you're going to get something that is probably going to pick up form control. And we get, why is he picking that up? It's because he's a form control and he's probably active. So somewhere in here, we're going to get to see, maybe that's down here. Well, one of the things we can do, I'm not going to dig into it too much, is that we can get something, but it is sort of nice. Actually, this sort of works okay, because then we can get it within our form control, and then we get our regular inputs, which is probably what is getting picked up here. Let's see. No, because those are still getting put there too. So there's a couple things we can do. We can probably tweak him. If we want to, because it's going to change some stuff around. But this is giving us, again, so now we've got form fields. What was the other one we wanted to look at? So if we look at this, now we've got stuff that looks a little different. We definitely are getting some level of, oh, so let's go back to this. So we wanted it, we changed this to a table. We changed those to labels. And if we look here, that's a table responsive. If we get rid of that table responsive, then it doesn't really do anything. So let's see, let's see what we want to play around with here. Is what we want to do is we want to make our table look a little bit better. So there. So we can also do that here. So now we've got our containers. Our containers have a max width. And what else do they have? Let's change this. I'm not sure what he's picking. Oh, he's from containers.scc. So if we do it to just 90%, now we've got something that fills the screen a little bit more. Probably maybe too much, so let's go to 85%. So let's do that. That's going to change. If we go here, now granted it's just reset it, so if we come back here. So let's go to our containers. I don't know if we have that defined anywhere here. We don't. So let's change that a little bit real quick. So that is a style. And all we're going to do is we're going to do max width. And that's going to be, let's make it 85%. That is going to dramatically change the look and feel of our site with one line of code. And we may not want that, but we will see how it goes. Yeah, so see now this is out wider. When we log in, we're going to see everything is bigger. We're actually using our screen real estate now. So this is a start. Even if we go to our forms, everything is fitting a little bit different. So I think at this point, we're going to wrap this one up and we're going to come back next time. We're going to play around with this table a little bit more. We're going to add some stuff to make this thing useful. It is using the table responsive piece, which is good, but I think we want to do a couple things to clean this up. So when we have a table responsive, which is here, and I believe here, whoa, I think this one is table responsive as well, that we want to do some things here. Well, in this one, see, like here, we've got our border. So we're going to play around with some of this to get some of our styling in, maybe get it so we've got some space, but that will be next time around. If you have questions, requests, send an email to info@developreneur.com. Otherwise, go out there, enjoy your coding, have a great day, a great week, and we will talk to you next time.
Well, hello, this is Rob with Developreneur, also known as Building Better Developers. Wanted to announce that we have school.developreneur.com. Feel free to check it out if you like any of this information, any of the content that we've sent, and you would like to see more. You can come out, you can enroll for free. We have free courses. We've got places for you to get better at just learning a technology, our how-tos. You can work on your business skills. We can help you with becoming a better developer, as in coding and things like that. A lot of the stuff you've seen on YouTube, we also have out at school.developreneur. We just have it in a little more of a educational format and a way for you to track your progress as you move forward becoming a better developer.